Hi, I'm Tom Scarpello, Revology Cars, and this is car number 363, a 1969 Boss 429 in Wimbledon White with Ivory Nappa leather interior. Today I'm going to take you on a walk around of this car and we're going to go for a drive. Let's get started. All right, 1969 Boss 429, Wimbledon White, one of the original 5 colors. This car looks very original. The signature piece for the Boss 429 in terms of styling, of course, was that massive hood scoop, which was necessary for that massive NASCAR spec engine. This car was all about the engine. The Revology Boss 429 honors that legacy with a 710 horsepower supercharged Coyote Gen 4 engine. Actually outputs closer to 760, but we're sticking with the rated horsepower of 710. And I'm giving you my 760 number based on our rear wheel horsepower number of 654. Add a 14% driveline loss to that, which is estimated. That gets you to 760 horse at the crank. So anyway, because it's not an engine dyno, we're not gonna claim it, but it's worth mentioning. Plenty of power. Power to weight is on par with a Mustang GTD, so you're never gonna feel like you're missing any power. Now, styling-wise, Boss 429 was very low-key. With the exception of the hood scoop, you wouldn't even really know you're looking at a special Mustang, and that was the way they wanted it back then, because this car really was all about the engine. So you had the hood scoop and you had the decal on the fender, and that was all you had. And at Revology, we've carried that theme authentically. Now, because this is a car with modern features and technology, you have things like upgraded brakes, which are larger and necessitated us going up to a 17-inch wheel. You've got wider tires. This is a 275 section with tires, so you've got plenty of grip, and that helps you with braking and handling, and of course, acceleration. Our 3-link rear suspension with a torque arm and a panhard rod really helped to get the power to the ground. That torque arm really shifts the weight to the rear wheels, so you get really good traction and really can make use of all of that power. At the rear, it's pretty much standard Mustang. Nothing special about the Boss 429 from the rear. Of course, the Revology Boss 429 features LED tail lamps with sequential turn signals, and of course, LED reverse lamps as well. So the client selected the Mercedes Ivory Nappa leather. We've been using this for a long time. It's called Ivory. It's really just a shade darker than bright white, just like Wimbledon White. So it's a perfect match for the Wimbledon White exterior. So it's a really good choice for this car. Of course, all the Boss models have a darker color dash, console, and carpet. Standard is black, but you can get some other colors as well, such as navy and a dark brown. Really, we could do it in any color, but we do insist on a dark color for the dash pad because it minimizes reflections off of the windshield. Our steering wheel, of course, in this case is finished in the Porsche Nappa leather, the black, and as is the dash, the console. This car is equipped with the optional square weave carpet. I really like this option, particularly in the Boss, because the rest of the interior is just at such a high level of craftsmanship that I think the square weave carpet really does well. The standard carpet, which is a molded nylon loop, looks very original, but I think with the rest of the interior appointments, the entire interior environment is so elevated now in terms of craftsmanship that I personally prefer the square weave. This car is a manual transmission. Of course, we've got our genuine walnut veneers, flip-up door here for your touchscreen, so you can feel a little bit maybe more old school when you flip that down, but you have the functionality available when you want it. All right, let's go for a drive. All right, we're off. Car 363, Wimbledon White on Ivory. You know, if God drove a Boss 429, I think this would be the color combination he would choose. In fact, God probably does drive a Boss 429. So this car is the second Revology for this owner. His first Revology was car number 63. Coincidentally, 300 cars later, he has 363. So you will notice a lot of refinement And it's because we keep working on continuous improvement. Everything is about continuous improvement. You always have to keep evolving and developing and improving constantly. It's really become part of our culture. And it's really why we have such high owner loyalty. So we have 53 clients now who own 2 or more Revology Mustangs or Shelby GTs. And when you look at the total volume, all of those cars that have been purchased by customers who have bought 2 or more, it's almost 40% of all the cars that we've built. So 2 out of 5 Revologys go to an existing client, which means really high owner loyalty on one hand, or we really need to get the word out to a lot more people on the other hand. I mean, we go places. We were just at Barrett-Jackson a couple of weeks ago down in South Florida. A lot of people still had never heard of us before. This year, we're going to be doing more events, trying to get a little bit more visibility. And we got to fix that because people need to know about us. This is the best thing going in the vintage Mustang world right now. How can you miss it? Anyway, it's nice to be appreciated by the experts. And we had a really nice write-up in Motor Trend magazine recently on our Boss 429. You know, these days, everybody's a journalist. You get your iPhone camera and you start making YouTube videos. So when you get a write-up from a legitimate automotive outlet like Motor Trend, Car and Driver, it's really meaningful because these are experts. They've driven every car on the planet. You can't buy them. You can't influence them. They're going to call it as they see it. It's legitimate coverage. And if you're good, you'll get good coverage. If you're not good, you won't get good coverage. It's that simple, you know, and unfortunately, there's not so much of that anymore. But when you have it, we as a society, I think, need to appreciate unbiased journalism. So it just means so much, so much to us to have that nice write-up in Motor Trend. If you haven't seen it, we'll put the link here so you can check it out. It's so meaningful for us to have good coverage from a legitimate outlet like Motor Trend, and they're really experts and they really got it. They get it. They understand what we're about. They understand what we're delivering. And they captured the point about the refinement of our cars, the way that we've engineered them to get rid of the things that you don't want, but to keep the things you do want, right? So to get rid of the squeaks and the rattles and the wind noise and all of those annoying things, but to keep the things you want, the feel, the sound, you know, the character, you know, the mechanical, the visceral, because it's really all about the driving experience. It's about being engaged, and they got that. You know, these cars that we build are art, but they're not just art aesthetically, they're also art dynamically. Now, the original cars were not art dynamically. They were good-looking cars that were built on a low-cost platform to appeal to a broad audience. We've captured that character, that style, but we've thoroughly improved the functional capabilities and the vehicle dynamics. So it's completely different in that sense. But I think that is part of the art. It's performance art. And I think that's one of the things that makes us unique.